Hi, my name is Celia Roman, but you can call me Cece. I'm a junior transfer student here at UNC Charlotte, so this is my first semester really having to go through the trouble of navigating campus. And when I say trouble, I mean I get lost almost every new place I go. But that's okay, because I'm sure most of us do. I see your confused faces. And in my defense, I'm a lot better than I was 4 years ago, driving on the very brick roads we walk. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about where I grew up, my journey as a transfer student, and what I'm doing today. So my story begins like a lot of others. I grew up in a small town in North Carolina, but mine was called Dobson. And just like a bunch of other kids that went to my high school, we were gonna get out of that town. So when it came time to prepare for college, I knew I was gonna go to a city school, and the first one that popped in my mind was UNC Charlotte. So I did the next step I could. I took campus tours. But instead of asking my mom to take me, I thought it was a great idea to ask two of my closest friends to go with me on a 2-hour road trip. So that's what we did. 2 hours later, I'm driving past the student union on the road I now know as Craver Road. And my GPS says, turn right. I'm thinking, turn right where? There's only big buildings and brick roads, but you know what? I didn't ask questions and I just did it. And then she says, turn around. At this point, I'm driving past an ATM, a bunch of white vans that say UNCC, and a bunch of confused college students on brick roads. Those are not supposed to be drove on. Until I see the sign that says Belk College of Business, where I had to do a bunch of turns just to keep going. It was very embarrassing, but nonetheless, I got to my campus tour and I loved it. I knew I was going to go to UNC Charlotte, and I knew this was going to be a great story to tell when I got here. But when it came time to actually apply for schools, I did not know what I wanted to do, not at all. So I went to community college for 2 years. Well, actually 1.5 years, but 2 years was the original plan. I went to the campus right next to my high school for a year, and then my family moved to Winston-Salem, where I went to Forsyth Tech Community College for 1 semester, and then decided to transfer to Charlotte early to get my prerequisites out of the way, because I finally knew what I wanted to do. So I came here last spring and I got my communication prerequisites out of the way, and now I'm officially a communications major with a concentration in public relations. What I'm hoping to do is something in the social media managing side. I love social media and studying the trends, but I do mean watching TikToks. That's okay, someone has to do it. So I want to be either a social media marketer for a company or for a specific person or brand. I would love that. So that's a little bit about me, a synopsis of my journey getting here. I hope you learned a little bit about my small town, how I wanted to get out, my journey going through community college, and what I'm doing today. I hope to be able to share a little bit more about me later and learn a little bit about you. So thank you for listening.